Channel, James McConnell. I am Sananda. I come to be with you at this time, in this time that you call, and many have been calling, the end times. These are those times. But not the biblical times of old. Not the prophesies of old. Even I as Yeshua spoke of these things. But many of the things I said were changed. Were moved into a different direction for purposes that were not mine. So even though I said some of these words, they were manipulated and changed. The end times that I spoke of that were then paraphrased after that, where no one could have remembered or have gotten those direct words. But those of my disciples, those ones that heard the word that I did speak at that time, they reiterated those words as best as they could. But again, in times coming after, and the timeline that biblical time spoke of, is not to be the timeline that you are in. Yes, indeed, some will live that timeline. Some are in the process of living, and even creating that timeline. But you, those of you, are creating a new timeline, a new higher level of existence, higher level of consciousness, complete with a higher vibrational frequency that then raises the consciousness more. And as your consciousness raises more, you indeed then raise your vibrational frequency more and more, which raises your consciousness. And that is continuing on, and on by many across the planet, as many, many more are in the awakening process. Some have already awakened, such as yourself, and are in an awakening process, even yourselves are at this point. Are you fully awakened? No. Most of you are not. But you are moving in that direction more and more. And those that are coming behind you are also moving in the direction of awakening, coming out of their sleep, coming out of their slumber of so long, coming out of the illusion of their own making, their making, the individual's making. And as the individual creates and has various thoughts, those thoughts go out into the universal mind. And the universal mind then creates the expression across the planet where more and more people are picking up those higher expression thoughts, those thoughts that yes, indeed, this is an illusion, it's a third-dimensional illusion. How many times in the past did people speak of third dimension, and fourth and fifth dimension? Not very often. But that is changing now, just as the idea of timelines is no longer just science fiction, it is now fact, as more and more are coming to understand that as well. These are the end times. But again, not the time that was spoken of back then, because you have shifted those times. You have shifted the timeline to move into a new creative understanding, a new creative higher consciousness. And you, each of you, are that higher consciousness. Each of you are the light body. And you need to, again, begin to understand that and believe that you are the light body, the crystalline light body. And in this crystalline light body, you will have new experiences, new abilities that will take you further and further along to becoming more and more of the crystalline light body. For you see, as you use the crystalline light body more, you develop it more and more and more. And that is what you are beginning to experience now, as the carbon filaments within your body, the carbon cellular structure within you, is changing, is in process of changing to the crystalline cellular structure. And as that is happening, you were experiencing those various symptoms of what you call the symptoms of ascension. And indeed, yes, these are symptoms of ascension. And when you have these symptoms, know that it is for a reason, and it is special for you, each and every one of you. Can you stop the symptoms? Yes. You can ask for them to be lessened. You can ask for them to be even stopped if you want. But why would you want to do that? Because this is the changing of the norm. It is the changing of your body. It is changing the times within yourself, and the begin that's within yourself. So allow the process to continue to play itself out. And indeed playing itself out, it is now. All is playing itself out. And you are going to be coming to the culmination, the conclusion, the end of the line. And you, as we've said earlier, have crossed the Rubicon. There is no going back. You are past the point of no return. And why would any one of you want to return back to the old illusion? Certainly, you would not want to. So consider, and know that you are continuing in this process and moving beyond the veil, moving beyond it, moving beyond the illusion and becoming all that you came here to be. I am Sananda, and I leave you now in peace and love and oneness. And that you continue to forge forth. Continue to move forth into the light, continuing to create the light within you, and all around you. For as you create the light around you, others will pick up that light and feel that light. And they themselves will begin to understand and know the truth.